They said you couldn't do it. They laughed at your dreams. They doubted your strength. And maybe, just maybe, you started to believe them. But here you are, standing at the edge of your story. Tired, maybe. Broken, perhaps. But not defeated. This is not the end. This is where your comeback begins. Welcome to StoryPath English. This video isn't for those who want a quick feel-good moment. It's for the fighters. The dreamers. The ones ready to rise and prove them wrong. Today, I'm giving you 9 powerful rules to stay unshakable, driven, and unbreakable. These rules aren't just words, they're a roadmap to your greatest self. This is your story. Let's write it together. Rule 1. Stop waiting for their approval. Picture this. You're standing alone on a cold, empty street. The wind bites at your skin. No one's around. No cheers. No applause. No one to tell you, you've got this. In that moment, life whispers a hard truth. Nobody's coming to save you. That's not meant to crush you. It's meant to set you free. When you decide to chase your dream, whether it's learning a new skill, building a business, or becoming the best version of yourself, don't expect the world to roll out a red carpet. Most people won't get it. Your friends might raise an eyebrow. Your family might ask, why bother? Even the people closest to you might say, just relax. You're trying too hard. And that's okay. Because your dream isn't for them. It's for you. When I was younger, I wanted to learn English fluently. I'd stay up late, practicing words, watching videos, scribbling notes. My friends thought I was wasting time. Why work so hard? You're fine as you are, they'd say. But I wasn't doing it for them. I was doing it for me, for the person I wanted to become. Here's the truth. People only see the surface. They see the late nights but not the fire in your heart. They see the struggle but not the strength it's building. They'll call you lucky when you succeed, but they won't see the grind that got you there. So stop waiting for their approval. Stop looking for their applause before you take the first step. Your vision lives in you. That's enough. Let their doubts fuel you. Let their silence push you. Work in the shadows. Build in the quiet. One day, your results will scream louder than their words ever could. Take a moment right now. Close your eyes. Feel that spark inside you, the one that refuses to give up. That's your power. That's your permission to start. Rule 2. Discipline beats motivation every time. Motivation is like a summer breeze. It feels amazing when it's there, but it doesn't stick around. You know the feeling. You watch an inspiring video, hear a powerful speech, or read a quote that lights you up. You're ready to conquer the world. You tell yourself, this is it. I'm changing my life today. But then tomorrow comes. You're tired. The bed's too warm. Your phone's too tempting. And that fire? It's gone. Here's the secret nobody tells you. Motivation doesn't build dreams. Discipline does. Motivation gets you started. Discipline keeps you going. Think about it. The world's greatest athletes don't train only when they feel like it. Writers don't wait for inspiration to strike. Successful people don't rely on a burst of energy, they rely on habits. When I started StoryPath English, I wasn't always motivated. Some days, I didn't want to script videos or edit for hours. But I showed up anyway. I set a schedule. I made a promise to myself, do the work even when it's hard. That's what turned a dream into reality. Discipline is your superpower. It's waking up early when you'd rather sleep. It's studying one more page when your eyes are heavy. It's choosing progress over comfort, day after day. Here's how to start. Pick one small habit. Maybe it's practicing English for 10 minutes a day. Maybe it's writing down your goals every morning. Whatever it is, do it every single day. No excuses. Even when you don't feel like it. At first, it'll feel like a chore. But soon, it'll become part of who you are. That's when the magic happens. That's when you start to prove them wrong. Rule 3. Pain is your greatest teacher. Pain. It's the one thing we all run from. But it's also the one thing that shapes us. When you feel pain, whether it's the ache of failure, the sting of rejection, or the weight of doubt, it's easy to think, this is too much. I should quit. But pain isn't your enemy. It's your guide. Every time you hurt, life is sending you a message. It's saying, here's where you need to grow. When I failed my first English test in school, it hurt. I felt stupid. I wanted to give up. But that pain taught me something. I wasn't working hard enough. So I studied harder. I practiced longer. And I got better. Pain shows you your weaknesses so you can turn them into strengths. It points to the fears you need to face. It highlights the habits you need to change. Think about your own life. What's the pain you're feeling right now? Maybe it's the frustration of not speaking English fluently. Maybe it's the fear of failing at something new. Maybe it's the loneliness of working toward a goal no one else understands. Don't run from that pain. Lean into it. Ask yourself, what is this trying to teach me? If it hurts to speak in public, that's a sign to practice. If it hurts to hear criticism, that's a sign to build confidence. If it hurts to keep going, that's a sign you're on the right path. Pain is temporary. But the strength it builds? That lasts forever. So the next time you feel like giving up, remember this. Pain is sculpting you into someone unstoppable. Embrace it. Learn from it. And let it fuel your comeback. Rule 4. Silence is your superpower. Right now, nobody cares. Nobody sees the hours you're putting in. Nobody notices the sacrifices you're making. And that's exactly how it should be. The silence of your journey is your greatest gift. It's where you build without pressure. It's where you grow without judgment. It's where you become great without the weight of expectations. When I started creating content, no one watched. My first videos had barely any views. It felt like I was shouting into a void. But that silence gave me freedom. I could experiment. I could fail. I could learn. The world loves to celebrate success, but it ignores the grind. That's why the early days, the quiet days, are so powerful. They're yours. No one's watching, so you can focus on you. Use the silence to build your foundation. Master your craft. Sharpen your skills. Create habits that no one can break. Every early morning you wake up to work, that's a brick in your fortress. Every late night you spend learning, that's a step toward your dream. Every moment you choose effort over ease, that's you proving them wrong. One day, the silence will end. The world will notice. They'll see your strength, your success, your shine. And they'll say, "How did you do it?" But you'll know. You'll remember the quiet nights. The lonely hours. The times you kept going when no one cared. So don't fear the silence. Embrace it. It's your training ground. It's where legends are born. Rule 5. Build without apology. Why do so many people shrink their dreams? Why do they stay quiet about their goals? Why do they hide their ambition? Because they're afraid. Afraid of failing. Afraid of looking foolish. Afraid of what others might say. But here's the truth. You don't need permission to dream big. You don't need approval to chase your goals. You don't need to apologize for wanting more. When I told people I wanted to start a YouTube channel to teach English, some laughed. They said, "There are already so many channels. Why bother?" But I didn't listen. I started anyway. And every video I made, every word I scripted, was a step toward proving them wrong. Building without apology means starting where you are. With what you have. Even if you're not ready. Even if you're scared. It means showing up with your imperfect skills, your messy ideas, and your shaky confidence, and doing it anyway. You don't become great before you start. You become great because you start. Yes, you might fail. Yes, people might doubt you. Yes, it might feel embarrassing. But failure isn't the end. It's the beginning. Every fall teaches you how to stand taller. Every mistake shows you how to do better. So whatever it is you want, whether it's mastering English, starting a business, or transforming your life, build it boldly. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Don't wait for someone to say, "You're ready." Start now. Build now. And let your results silence the doubters. Rule 6. Be your own hero. We grow up hearing stories of heroes. People who swoop in to save the day. People who fix everything. And somewhere along the way, we start to believe someone will save us. A mentor will guide us. A friend will lift us up. A miracle will change everything. But here's the hard truth. No one's coming. And that's not bad news. It's the most empowering thing you'll ever hear. Because the moment you stop waiting, you take control. You stop being the victim. You become the hero of your own story. Being your own hero means taking responsibility for your life. It means stopping the blame game. No more saying, "It's my past's fault," or "It's my environment's fault." Yes, life might have been unfair. Yes, you might have faced pain. But the power to rise is still in your hands. When I struggled with English, I could have blamed my teachers or my school. But instead, I took charge. I found resources. I practiced daily. I became my own champion. Being your own hero means waking up when you want to stay in bed. It means studying when you'd rather scroll. It means pushing forward when everything feels heavy. You don't need superpowers. You need grit. You need heart. You need the courage to say, "I've got this." And when you become your own hero, something amazing happens. You inspire others. Your strength becomes a light for those still in the dark. So stop waiting for a savior. You are enough. You always were. Be your own hero and watch your life transform. Rule 7. Fall in love with the journey. Everyone loves the idea of success. The applause. The rewards. The spotlight. But success isn't a destination you arrive at. It's a road you build, one step at a time. And the secret to staying on that road? Fall in love with the journey. The journey is the late nights. The early mornings. The moments when no one's watching. The times when it's just you and your work. When I started StoryPath English, I didn't dream of thousands of subscribers. I focused on the process, writing scripts, improving my pronunciation, learning to edit. Some days were boring. Some days were hard. But I fell in love with the growth. The journey is where you become strong. It's where you learn who you are. It's where you discover what you're capable of. Most people quit because they're chasing the finish line. They want the result without the work. But if you love the process, you'll never stop. Celebrate the small wins. Smile when you learn a new English phrase. Pat yourself on the back when you finish a workout. Laugh at your mistakes, because they're proof you're trying. The journey is messy. It's slow. It's tough. But it's also beautiful. Because every step you take is shaping you into someone extraordinary. So don't rush. Don't compare. Just fall in love with the process, and the results will come. Rule 8. Your future is built today. Your future isn't some far-off mystery. It's not a gift that falls from the sky. It's a house you build, brick by brick, with every choice you make today. What you do right now matters. Every decision counts. When you choose to practice English instead of watching TV, you're building a stronger future. When you save money instead of spending it, you're investing in your dreams. When you face your fears instead of hiding, you're crafting a braver you. Your future self is watching. They're waiting to see what you'll do next. When I started learning English, I didn't know where it would lead. But every hour I spent studying was a gift to my future self. Now, running StoryPath English, I'm living the life I built back then. You don't need to change everything at once. Just do one thing today that moves you forward. Read one page. Write one sentence. Take one step. Those small actions add up. They compound. They turn dreams into reality. Each night, ask yourself, did I make my future proud today? If the answer's yes, keep going. If it's no, start fresh tomorrow. Your future is in your hands. Don't waste it. Build it. Rule 9, do it for you. In the end, it all comes down to this. Do it for you. Not for the likes. Not for the money. Not for the applause. When you work for others' approval, your fire depends on them. If they stop clapping, you'll stop burning. But when you do it for yourself, your power is unstoppable. It comes from within. It lives in your heart. Why did you start this journey? Maybe you wanted to prove something to yourself. Maybe you were tired of feeling small. Maybe you dreamed of a life bigger than the one you have now. Whatever your reason, it's yours. Hold it close. Let it drive you. When I created StoryPath English, I didn't do it for fame. I did it because I wanted to help people like me, people who felt stuck, who wanted to grow. But most of all, I did it for the person I was becoming. Do it for the you who struggled. The you who doubted. The you who kept going anyway. Do it for the you who's fighting now. The you who shows up, even when it's hard. The you who refuses to quit. And do it for the you who's coming. The you who's strong, confident, unstoppable. The you who'll look back and say, I made it. When you do it for yourself, you unlock something powerful. You stop comparing. You stop seeking validation. You start running your own race. This is your life. Your story. Your comeback. So work hard. Stay focused. Keep pushing. Do it for you, because you're worth it. Final words. They said you couldn't do it. They doubted you. They laughed. But here you are. Still standing. Still fighting. Still rising. This is StoryPath English, and we believe in you. We believe in your strength. Your courage. Your fire. You don't need the world's approval. You don't need their applause. You need you. So go out there. Work in silence. Build in the shadows. Prove them wrong, not with words, but with results. Your comeback story starts now. Write it with every step you take. Earn it with every choice you make. You've got this. Now go make it happen.